Welcome in this live event today. Today we're going to talk about transformation and actually a transformative networking using LinkedIn but with an holistic approach. So we're going to share some slides, but I would like to start this live actually with a little anecdote if I can. So, a couple of years ago, I started to go a little bit more with LinkedIn and with YouTube as well. And I come from Italy, my family is near Rome, and very, old mentality. So I'm completely different from them. I love them so much, but it's this their mentality. So my uncle say, you start YouTube and you starting what's the other social media you are in? LinkedIn. Do you want to become an influencer? And it's just start to laugh as crazy. And I would say, yes, maybe a nursing influencer. Why not? Oh, influencer. Now this new trend. Now I don't understand why you want to become an influencer. You have doing research. You are doing this and then your career. Now you want to ruin everything with becoming an influencer. And I thought, okay, this is a whole mentality, but I think the majority of people thinks in this way. So
Yeah.
they see influencer as a young, people who
Yes.
try to achieve fame with social media, which is, fair enough. It's good. That's
Yes.
okay. But what I'm looking for is share my idea, share my opinion as a nurse, first of
Yes.
all, and of course, with my career as a nursing leader. Have you got any story like this,
So
Casey?
before
Because
I
it's,
tell the
it's crazy,
story,
but actually very
before
common.
I tell the story, I'm also streaming to my platform. So I want to introduce you because they don't know who you are. Some of them may not know who you are. So let me just introduce you and then I'll introduce why this is important, like what we're talking about, why it's so important. I want everybody to know what we're talking about and what the subject is. Dina and I are working together on Nursing Revolution, really making a difference for healthcare. Dina and I actually met through LinkedIn, and we think this is an amazing
Yes.
platform. That's why we're here. Dina, she's from Italy. I'm from Trinidad, and right now I live in the US, and she lives in the UK. So we're about to do things. So just if you haven't met Dina before, I did interview you before, but just for people who don't know you, this is my friend Dina.
So nice to meet you. And this is my friend Casey, for who doesn't know her. Excited. So let me
Yes, yes.
pass. So should we show some slides? What do you think?
Come on, let's show some slides. Let's do it.
There we go. So today we're going to talk about empower your nursing leadership with LinkedIn and a holistic approach. This is made by Nurses in Charge in collaboration with Nurses Move and Persevere of Life.
Yes. So for the audience who don't know, which Nurses in Charge is really getting out there, but Nurses in Charge is the global movement. And both Dina and I, we're leaders, part of Nurses in Charge. The thing that we're doing is collaboration is the currency of the future. And healthcare is really, really behind on this. But we're trying to catch our nurse leaders up to speed and doing dynamic, fun, exciting collaborations with each other. So Dina and I, we thought we're going to put together this amazing workshop where we could empower nurse leaders so that they can show up, they could be visible, they could be very valuable, and we will pour into them so that they're ready to be the leaders that we want to work with, the leaders of the future who is going to really help pivot nursing on a worldwide scale to be a sustainable career and a profession that everybody wants to come into. We have to change our culture. Dina and I, we're so passionate, we're so fired up. And so we made this collaboration with Preservers of Life and Nurses Move to really boost up the nurse leaders of the future. Did I get it, Dina?
Absolutely great. Thank you so much. So, what we're gonna learn in this workshops of webinar today. So, first of all, welcome and introduction. We're gonna understand why LinkedIn is for nursing leaders, why it's so important. Then we're gonna talk about a little bit on the program structure and content. And we're going to share some success story and testimonial that both me and Kathy have helped until now. And then we're going to answer some questions. So we're going to have an interactive Q&A session. And then for who is interesting and stay to it till the end, we're going to share how to join the program. So who are we? Casey, go for it. Just a little bit of introduction of yourself. Thank you.
Hi, I am the executive director of Nurses in Charge, but I am also an executive holistic coach and a global networker. I build a network of people around the world coming together to do amazing things, just aligned within their purpose. And I've done it all through feminine energy. So my holistic practice is the feminine based marketing, feminine based influence. And that's what I bring to the table, just bringing out shifting, or I should say balancing between the masculine and feminine energy so that we could really be aligned and we can show up as our authentic self in this world. So that's me. I'm from Trinidad originally, grew up in Trinidad and Tobago. I wasn't a nurse in Trinidad and Tobago. I actually became a nurse here in the United States, in Charlotte, North Carolina, Queen City. Woo woo! And now I live in Florida. And I've been really enjoying nursing. And right now I work in the clinical space. I'm a clinical manager, and I'm also leading in, like I said, Nurses in Charge, and then also my marketing business. So a lot of different things, but it all comes together because it's all holistic, meaning everything is one. So that's a little bit about me.
About me, I'm an Italian nurse and nurse in 21 years now. I work in Italy for 12 years and I cover so many roles up to be a manager for a nurse agency and manage the Northeast ambulance for Rome capital in Italy. So big responsibility. But then when I moved abroad in 2015 in UK, I have to start from scratch. Like I was a new graduated nurse without experience. So they treat me like as such. So I have to start my career again, but it's okay. I already have two kids when I move abroad, and then I have the third one. COVID strike. So my career have some few step back during these 9 years in UK. But doesn't matter because I was able to do so many things that maybe other people don't do because I was very motivated to gain back my career. And so now I'm clinical trial nurse, Band 6 in UK. I manage a national clinical trial. I am career coach for international nurses because since I move abroad, I start to help nurses moving abroad. I help my colleague. I also have an online program and I create a brand which is a nurses move, and I am the founder and CEO of Nurses Move. I help my international nurses colleagues to have a fulfilling life and career abroad. And recently, I became the international chair Europe for Nurses in Charge, and I'm also the education and research chair. And we are start to do phenomenal thing with Nurses in Charge. But the great things is that we are doing with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is part of my program, my online program. So I used to so much LinkedIn, and we'll share later on. But yes, I would like to say this is me, basically. And I would like to say that unfortunately, we cannot share some message from LinkedIn, but I would like to share the
Hello,
message from the Tonyenpu. Hello, thank you so much for coming. But I've got also Emmy. Maybe share. I don't think you can see, but yes, I've got Emmy. The hello viewer viewing from Mexico at this moment. Thank you so much for tuning from Mexico.
Hi, Amy. Good to see
Yeah,
you.
this is amazing. We are so excited. Thank you. So, should we go ahead?
I think so. Let's go ahead.
So, why? Yeah, just straight to the point. So, why LinkedIn is so important for nursing leader? What do you think about it? If you want to still share your story.
Oh, hi, Raji. We can't comment, but hello. I think, Dina, LinkedIn, I would say, I have met the most beautiful people on LinkedIn just connecting. I mean, you are one of them. And I just feel like LinkedIn is such a powerful platform for nurses to connect, not just within their own region, but internationally. And the power of LinkedIn, it's not like addition, like you add one person to your network, but it's multiplication, where when you add people to your network, you are multiplied because all of their network becomes visible to you. So I think that's very, very powerful. What are your thoughts on LinkedIn?
I think that if you have some kind of influence in your network environment, I mean, workplace, you can amplify your professional influence. Meaning that, first of all, you can connect with other amazing people, like-minded people, and so you can share knowledge and grow because you share in your network. So you learn from other, you help other with your thoughts, and so you grow so much. And by growing as a person through LinkedIn, then you can report what you learn in your team, and then you can actually grow your team because you learn so much from all the like-minded and intelligent people. And I think it's the connection. If you have in your team people that have LinkedIn too, I think that you have a much bond in your team because you share things, you share people, you grow your network, and you collaborate better, I believe.
Yes. You know, Dina, I when I joined LinkedIn, I actually did not join LinkedIn to sell anything. And I actually did not join LinkedIn to connect with nurses. I did not. That happened by happenstance. I actually connected with, I joined LinkedIn. I joined LinkedIn with the purpose to
I knew
connect. I joined LinkedIn to connect with people that we would not be able to reach or connect with in person because of the many barriers, whether it be distance, whether it be, just job. They're just like really busy and you would never be able to get a meeting with them. I joined LinkedIn to help connect the actual local community because I was serving in a small rural community. I just wanted to connect them to the world. That was my intention. And when I got on LinkedIn, I saw all these nurses and nurse leaders. I'm like, wow, I could just connect with them and have conversations and hear their thoughts and see their accomplishments. And actually, I got a different perspective of nursing leadership from LinkedIn because I could see how much they cared about their teams. I could see how much they were proud of the initiatives their hospitals were doing. And I just was like happy in their celebration, because they all post to celebrate. So Casey's there celebrating. They're like, who is she? Why is she celebrating? But I was just so happy for their happiness. So it just was a place of just loving on nurses. That's what LinkedIn was for me.
absolutely. Well, when I joined LinkedIn, it was like 14 years old. I think it was very beginning. But
Mhm.
I left my profile like very static for a long, long time. I joined because I was still working in Italy. Maybe it was already 10 years I was working. I don't remember honestly. But it was a really long time. I started to get bored because I couldn't see any improvement in nursing in Italy. Actually, in that period, we saw a decline in nursing in Italy. And actually, it was the time I was starting to thinking about moving abroad. And if I can be honest with you, also that period I won the green card for America, but I never moved to America. So yes, yes I did. So I create LinkedIn just to understand and explore things. And we got Raji comment, which is perfect
Mhm.
with my story because she said, "Hello everyone, myself joining you from Pennsylvania, USA. Work as a clinical nurse here, and I've been updated with all the trends in nursing. Glad to join. Glad that you're joining, right? Thank you so much. Yeah, this is true because I wanted to know more about nursing globally.
Mhm.
So I joined LinkedIn. I didn't really use. I mean, I didn't post anything. I started to post and grow my profile. In fact, when I start to ask question about nursing abroad because I need information for myself just before moving abroad. And so this is why I grow my profile. And then things happen, and I become career coach, but because of LinkedIn. But I start to use LinkedIn like a tool in a proper way just a couple of years ago. I mean, intentional, without specific focus. We're gonna talk about. Yeah. So back to slides. Should we go with the program overview?
Yeah.
Because we need to explain why combine holistic leadership with LinkedIn. Because LinkedIn is a platform for professional growth, and a lot of professionals already use LinkedIn. Nurses start to use LinkedIn just maybe 1 year, 2 years, like intentionally, like we do.
Mm-hmm.
But only 1% of LinkedIn users actually is active content creators. As you are a holistic nurse, do you mind to explain to our audience why holistic leadership with LinkedIn strategy?
So in nursing right now, there's a lot of burnout happening. And with burnout, there comes
Mm-hmm.
where you feel alone. You feel, what am I supposed to do? And when you are on LinkedIn, you tap into so many experienced nurses. But for as an NLP trainer, my holistic practices, I tell you, it's feminine energy. And feminine energy is a little bit different. So feminine energy, you have to be in your authentic. And usually after so many years of education and you get up there in your nursing career, there is a big gap between nurse executives and the frontline staff.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell it from my experience because I've been on both ends. When you are trying to communicate with your team and they're rolling their eyes like you don't get it, and you have certain metrics to meet, and you have so many things that you want to share, but you can't share because there's a block. Even though we're in healthcare and we are mostly women driven, nurses are mostly women, you find a lot of masculine energy. You find a lot of, this is what has to be done. You have to get this done, right? And the
Exactly.
masculine
This,
energy,
that. Yeah,
it's different from feminine, and it's not bad. One is, you need both of them, but there is a
exactly.
higher masculine energy in the healthcare space. And this energy doesn't, it's so weird because we are so nurturing to our clients, we're so nurturing to the patients. But when it comes to our team and each other, you don't always get that nurturing, warm, fuzzy, I am here to accept you, I'm here to welcome you, I'm here to attract you feeling. So we paired the holistic with the LinkedIn because attraction is, I liken it to a flower. So if you have a flower, the flower doesn't go and grab the bees. The flower makes itself beautiful. The flower does sends out scent, sends out nectar, and it attracts the bees to them via
Mhm.
LinkedIn, whether it's online or whether it's actually in person with your teams. I really would love to help nurse leaders to become more feminine, to really have this feminine energy where they're attracting teams that are cohesive. They're attracting people on LinkedIn that can actually help them grow beautiful teams and strong friendships. I think it's very important for nursing, for our profession on the whole.
Absolutely. And I think that nursing has a lack of leadership teaching and content. So we have this military like asset everywhere in the world, and we are taught on how manage things more than how lead.
Yeah.
So I have done a program in leadership. I loved it actually. It was fantastic. I understood that for lead properly, you must be self-aware. So you need to know yourself to be able
Mhm.
to know others, to lead others, because you need to know, first of all, who are you and what you want. And
Mhm.
then you must learn how to manage yourself to be able to manage others, because you have to recognize your strengths, your limitation, but also you have to understand other strengths and other limitation. So a holistic approach is really what you need to become a great leaders. And also with an holistic approach, because you understand yourself and you understand others, with a right LinkedIn strategy, you know who you talk to. And we talk
Exactly.
about later, but knowing who talk to and what is your message is about, you grow with your social media exponentially in general with your social media. LinkedIn, because it's professional social media for excellence, yeah, you're
Yeah.
growing so much, your leadership and your connection, etc. So I've got so many comments already. I think we're gonna
Yes, your
share
chat is
later on.
blowing up. Oh,
Yeah,
Flavia
yeah, yeah, yeah,
joined.
yeah.
Hi.
And people that say to me, glad to see you here join the party. Yes, this is a party. We're going to
I know.
share. This is so cool. Let me share another comment from Raji because I love the fact that the people interact during the live. This is
Mhm.
so cool. Thank you very much for doing this. Please
Yes.
continue to comment below. So Raji say, I learn a lot from LinkedIn and totally agree with Dina's perspective. I'm an advocate about learning and growing my team too at work. In fact, my workplace has LinkedIn learning available for all staff. This is amazing. Absolutely. I have met many who I got introduced here and love keeping good connection with them. Please introduce to us. We are so glad to connect with like-minded people.
Yes, that's amazing.
Yeah,
The work is paying for it. That's really good. That's very progressive.
it's progressive. What is a very inclusive, healthy workplace environment is.
Exactly,
Mm,
Dina. And
nice.
when we were preparing for this, you shared something that's really amazing. I think it was about like while we're going through certain nurse executives' LinkedIn profile, sometimes the profile is not,
Mhm.
it's not even filled out right, much less to be optimized. Or in our profession, because we're asking for more pay, we're asking to be recognized as STEM, we want to be noted as a profession around the world, but then you come on a platform with professionals and your LinkedIn profile doesn't look right. So you were telling me about this. You were so passionate about it too.
Yeah, because it's part of my online program. I'm a career coach for international nurses, so I help international nurses at each level. So we work on LinkedIn profile, and I'm so shocked to see leaders, even high level, that they have. It's not just for the number of connection itself, because I am against, get viral, because when you go viral, when you go broad, you go broke.
Yeah,
You need
yeah,
even few, but you need the right connection, because it's the right connection that bring you in the right place. You don't need to be popular. You need to have, you know, a network that is worth. This is a
yeah,
network. So, but when I see so many leaders that they don't put even a minimal effort on their LinkedIn profile, like it's a banner, for example,
mhm, mhm.
I'm a little bit disappointed, because nowadays LinkedIn profile is like a business card. Nice. So as nurses, because we need to really raise our voice, it's time the healthcare system listen nurses. We need to have nurses, nursing leaders who are able to stand out. And they need also LinkedIn profile to stand out properly. What do you think about?
I agree with you 100%. And I think for me, I am not just connected to nurses on LinkedIn, but there are so many business professionals who would like to connect with you and like to know what you do. And no profile or very low optimized profile, it really doesn't help with the profession of nursing being a profession. And this is all over the world, which I think is awesome. And I think it's a big plus for our program, because our program is not just
Mhm.
about connecting with nurses down the street. It's like we're going global. We are ready to do some huge things internationally. And we need our nurses, not just in the United States or the UK, but we need our nurses internationally to show up professionally on LinkedIn. Because when we are advocating for their country and their position, they need to show up as professionals, because you know what? There are professionals in other different atmospheres on LinkedIn from their country. So there is no excuse why they can't be on LinkedIn as well.
Absolutely. And exactly, nursing is becoming more and more international itself. So I am career coach for international nurses. I can tell you there are so many nurses now that migrate. They want to do experience, they want to learn different scope of practice and different healthcare systems. So LinkedIn is really a powerful tool that they help you to do this. And this is why I'm so passionate. I'm so passionate.
But
But
Dina,
yes,
I was gonna
go.
say, I was gonna say, Dina, when so many times when people talk about social media, when you like, if you have a candidate in front of you, or someone goes to a job, or they want to figure out who this person
Exactly.
is, we all like doing research. So we all go look up the person. We all check out their social media. Now, if someone has LinkedIn, their social media, LinkedIn pops up before the Facebook, before the Instagram. If you want a track record of what you do, what you have done for your career, for your profession, it will show up on Google. So some nurses, they don't know how much leverage this gives them, even if they don't want to be an entrepreneur, even if they just want a job. And maybe they were doing so many good things in their home country. Now they move to a different country. Maybe they have to start back from scratch because of the
Yeah.
credentialing. But the all the work that they have done, they have a track on LinkedIn, it's like their resume. And it's like they don't have to, it's a living resume. It's not oh,
Exactly.
this is what I did back then, because you can actually go and see people who commented, who interacted with them. So it's a live resume waiting. I'm big about leverage, but I definitely think that's something that a lot of nurses don't realize they could leverage for their own professional career.
It's absolutely right. It's absolutely right. This is why with my client, we actually every time they go for an interview, I say, okay, we must tidy up your social media in general, because when there is a job offer, you have to tailor your CV for the organization that you are competing for. So you must tidy up your social media in a way that reflects the vision and the core value of the organization. And besides what's on the CV or resume, your LinkedIn profile, because it stand out. It's just, a diamond that you stand out in front of others. But really, as you say, it's an ongoing resume. So once your social media are tidy up that reflect the hospital organization vision and value, they found this amazing, outstanding LinkedIn profile, they won't think twice. They're gonna go for the most professional person, the person that reflects the most the value and the vision. Absolutely, you're right. So we decide to put together this program, and we have some learning key points of the program. Should I go for some? I have my
Yes,
list here. So
go
first
ahead.
of all, we're going to do a LinkedIn profile optimization. So we want to optimize your profile in a way that reflects your value and your core value and your vision. Also, we want to build a compassionate network, which is basically a network of like-minded people that interact each other, that help each other for a common vision and to grow together. We teach you to do content creation engagement that are specific for your vision and your content, that specific for your audience. Utilizing LinkedIn group and page, this little bit later on when your profile is complete properly, is working properly. This help you to meet new people, leverage your networking. And also you're going to learn how to utilize analytics and how to optimize on top of your analytics. And I will say we are nurse, and so we always check data and we always do research, even if we think we don't do, because it's our job. We must work based on the last base evidence and guideline. So we are not far away to analytics. So we are able to learn analytics and optimize based on the result. And so we're going to learn innovative communication strategy on a holistic approach, Global impact influence, learn how to expand your influence globally, creating meaningful connection, collaboration. Holistic leadership principles, integrate holistic care value into your professional practice and leadership style. Enhance online and internal presence. This is mean not just global, because you go global because you use your LinkedIn profile to go everywhere in the world, but also you utilize your LinkedIn profile to bring back in your team. So it's outward, it is inward. And also network and relationship building, of course. Expand your professional network on a national global scale to optimize your leadership capability. And I would say nurses are very used to go to conferences, but they are not able to interact during conferences. And when you go to the conference, please, Casey, tell me if I'm wrong. This has become always more common. People ask for your LinkedIn
Mhm.
profile,
Yes.
not for your business card. So
Mhm.
if you are able to connect with the people that go into the conference before actually the conference happen, you go to the
Mhm.
conference, meet with those people, you look for these people, and then you have a chat, you connect in a way that is amazing. There is so much collaboration opportunity out there if you are able to strategize your LinkedIn profile.
Dean,
Okay.
oh, I was just going to jump in and talk about that authentic connection because you could follow on Facebook, like and follow and but when you connect with someone, when you have a real connection, maybe you talk to them before the conference and you see them at the conference and then you connect. For what we're trying to do, Dina, I think that uh, on a global scale, it makes a big difference having a real connection because I think this for nursing is very important.
Absolutely.
If we just have superficial, hi, how are you? Okay, I like you, and you occasionally like their posts, but there is no realness in the connection. There is no authenticity. There is no, I want to get to know you as a person. There's just this, I have this credential or I went to school here. It's not leading to a real connection that's going to bring about transformation. So I think this is
Mhm.
what our program is really keyed in on is the authentic connection that's going to lead to transformation for nursing.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Growth in quality connection is more volume than quantity. Yes, as we
Absolutely.
collaborate together. I mean, we do so many things together. Okay, we go through some of our successful story to share to this audience how actually we help people in growing their, not necessarily growing their LinkedIn profile, but at least to make their LinkedIn profile a powerful tool for them. Yeah, and maybe we can invite someone because I saw a couple of people. Let's go. First, I would like to introduce your successful story. Tell us about your LinkedIn. How do you use LinkedIn and what's LinkedIn brought for you until now, Casey? Thank
Oh
you.
my gosh, LinkedIn has been phenomenal. We were seeking to expand, and for nurses in charge, we really want authentic leaders. We want leaders who can resonate with frontline workers, but they also have connections and the expertise
Yeah.
to execute and deliver on a high level. And LinkedIn has been so phenomenal because I have been connected with nurses all around the globe. And let me tell you, Dina, every single person I connect with, doesn't matter what country, some of them, they don't even speak that much English. And I'm telling them about what we're doing. And I'm like, oh, nurses in charge, we want to take care of our frontline nurses. And they're like, yes, Casey, yes, you're speaking my language. This is my purpose. Oh my gosh, I'm on fire. And all of this is like coming out of them.
Exactly.
And I think it's more than just a connection, but it's like their purpose. Like, this is what they were trying to do, this is the path that they're already on. And then through LinkedIn, my brand is about making valuable people visible. I start with me because I think what I want and what
Yeah.
is in my heart is valuable. So I post a lot and I just share what Nurses in Charge is about, what we want to do. And people are like, this is amazing. They're just so excited and making valuable people visible. I have realized that there are people out there way smarter than me, nurses, but maybe they don't have the connections yet. So I always promote their content. If they write a newsletter, if they have a post that is just so amazing, I always post it and tag so many people because I feel as though they need to be visible. And I feel as nurses, we need to support them. So doing that, actually trying to put other people out there, in time, my network grew because it's valuable content. If it's not yours, it's okay if it's somebody else's content because if you agree
Exactly.
with it, who
Ex-
cares? If you agree with it, if you repost it, means you agree with it. So let the energy fly. And
Yeah.
I did that, and it's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much. And now, because you're talking about you, I would like to share one of your clients' story.
Yes.
And she will talk. I don't know if she's on. I didn't see her.
No,
But we
I would.
got a video from.
Yes, with that, she's been amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm just so excited. I'm excited to see all the places that she's gonna go. But she was so shy, and I'm not. And getting her on video is like the best thing ever.
Let's do it.
Hi, everyone. My name is Winette Rosier, and I am a global immigration consultant at Outright Immigration Services. I wanted to share my experience working with Casey Pacheco at Preservers of Life for our digital marketing needs. Over the past month, Preservers of Life has been handling our digital marketing, including our educational videos. The team has done a wonderful job exceeding our expectation in every way. Since they took over, we've seen a significant increase in our online engagement and follower count. Our LinkedIn posts are now reaching a wider audience. Our educational videos have received fantastic feedback, and both our Facebook page and Instagram profiles are more active and vibrant than ever. What really stands out to me in the is their professionalism and clear communication. They keep us updated regularly and are always open to feedback and suggestion. I highly recommend Preservers of Lives to anyone looking to enhance their digital presence. Their expertise and dedication have truly made a difference for us. Thank you, Preservers of Life, for your outstanding work. We look forward to continuing this successful partnership.
I think there's a little lag.
Okay, I'm trying to share. It's very slow. Do apologize, but is that so? Let me tell you about me. So, as I said before, I created my LinkedIn profile a very long time ago. I didn't use for a long time. Didn't have it just to check sometime what all the people around the world they were doing with nursing. Okay. Then kind of 2014, because we wanted to move abroad, I started to do research, and actually I created an Italian Facebook group for Italian nurses who want to move abroad, thinking that a lot of Italian nurses were already abroad and they could give me information. So I want people to join my Facebook group from all around the world. But this didn't happen because there were not so many Italian nurses abroad. So I actually saw a lot of Italian nurses coming in the group because they wanted information like me from abroad. So I say, okay, I speak English already and I already have my LinkedIn profile, I already have few connections, understand things from abroad. So start ask question. And the same question they ask me to me in my Facebook group, I ask in my LinkedIn profile. And so my LinkedIn profile starts to grow kind of in a steady way without put much effort, but start to grow. And actually, from LinkedIn, people start to ask me, sorry, why don't you coach me to move abroad as an international nurse? And that period, I was not a career coach yet because a lot of people reach out to me. I basically start to think about, okay, maybe I'm good in this. Let me study coaching, career coaching. Let me study transformational coaching. Let me study leadership. So my LinkedIn profile grow, but also grow my knowledge and competency. So basically, LinkedIn
Mhm.
pushed me to becoming an international coach. And so I have two newsletter about 2000 subscribers. So as you can see, I don't have that 70,000 connection. Okay, but what I emphasize is you don't need so many connection. You need the right connection. And I can tell you that from those connection, I have 2000 subscribed in one of my newsletter, and I have 1700 something the subscribers in another newsletter. So my content is shared, my content is read, and people are happy about it. LinkedIn really changed my life because pushed me to become a career coach and pushed me actually to know more people, learn from these other people internationally. And LinkedIn bring me to you, Casey. When I found out about nurses in charge, I was amazed because finally someone who shared my same vision. Finally, someone who wanted to do the same thing that I want to do. Someone, a group of nurses who want to collaborate and not compete. And this is amazing
Mm.
because LinkedIn help you in collaboration. Of course, there is competition too, but I believe more in collaboration than in competition because especially if you want to nursing, help nurses in general, we must collaborate, not compete. And so this is what LinkedIn have done to me. But Kenya, she's also reading my book, okay? She's not my client, but she's reading my book. She is part of my book challenge, and she's reading my book for free, and she share my content for free. But we had a session together, and I help her a little bit about her work, and also we went to her LinkedIn profile and we adjusted things. So we tidy up the LinkedIn profile, and she had good connection anyway, and she have so many engagement with their content, and I'm very glad because she's sharing also my content because she's reading the book. So I'm very glad because she have a big engagement. So good for me too. Anyway, and then we go Flavia. Now I would like to point out here, because Flavia, as you can see, she has only 133 followers, but she's got a gold of gold because I would like to invite her. Let's see able to do it. I saw she's on the audience. I want she share her story because she have a very little audience, but she's already been invited for an interview. She's already done so many things with her LinkedIn profile. Do you want to say something in the meantime while I try to make this thing work? Casey,
Yeah.
please.
Well, I was gonna say that um, the evidence is there. I think for us, it's the awareness of the power. Some people say, I have a LinkedIn profile, but I just haven't done anything with it, or they don't really pay that much attention to it. So I think even if someone gets accepted to our workshop for this coming August cohort, or if they are doing it in the future, I think these informational sessions gives people awareness because it's very important. It's very important to have some sort of presence. But I also talk about legacy. Many people, many nurses, especially nurse executives or nurse leaders, they really work so hard to make an impact. And it's beautiful to have a trail of that impact because it all adds to their legacy of their career. what they have done with their time and their energy and their resources. And getting down to the older nurses who are really coming out of their career, and they're looking and they're seeing all the shortages and all the things that nursing still needs as a profession. When they look back at their LinkedIn or the things that they have done with the time and the efforts and the energy, it really leaves a good taste, as far as their nursing legacy, that they did something.
Yeah, I mean, communication, canal, the right tune for communication. With you need to understand me. I need to speak in English to you in order you to understand. And social media is the same thing. It's a way of communication. If you don't know how to use, even if you are assistant a nurse and you have so much to give, you cannot give because you are no, you are no make yourself available because you don't learn a different way of doing things, and it's a shame. We need leaders.
We do. We need leaders and oh, there she is.
Go, thank you for coming.
Good evening, everyone, or good morning.
Hello.
Do you want to introduce yourself, Flavia? Thank you so much for coming.
Flavia, you in Italy, right?
Tell us about yourself, who you are, where you tuning from.
Well, I'm talking from Italy. Now I'm in Italy, and well, I'm looking for move abroad in my short term. It's my short term goal. I would like to move in UK, but now I'm still in Italy. I work in Italy in a private rehabilitation. And my experience is briefly, I'm a junior nurse because I became a nurse since the last December 2023. And I started my nursing career in January 2024. And I'm very proud of my pet, of my nursing pet. And well, I find that nursing it's my job.
Very much. So you are one of my clients, and you
Yeah.
are in the Successful Life Partners Accelerator. So we work a lot on LinkedIn. And can you share a little bit what LinkedIn have done to you in with this short amount of time that you start to use LinkedIn, please?
Yes, of course. Well, I started to build my LinkedIn profile. It was February 2024. Thanks to your suggestions, Dina. I started with a simple profile when I wrote only my name and a little about my experience and about my job. But thanks to your suggestions, I wrote more about my university experience, about my internship, and I started to write short content where I wrote about my thesis, about my recent experience in my job place, about my life in general, about my choice to study nursing. It was quite easy to see that my LinkedIn profile developed really rapidly. So it was amazing.
So what is brought to you? You have done an interview already. Well, this is the second one,
exactly.
but you'll be chosen for an interview because of LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, exactly. I was writing about my experiences as a junior nurse and a common connection, so my profile, and he was looking for a nurse that would like to share my experience as a junior nurse. We chat briefly about his objective to go online with an interview and talk about emotion and goals for junior nurses. And I shared my experience thanks to my LinkedIn profile, thanks to my connections. Well, it was exciting, really exciting. It was the first time that I was interviewed by a leader in nursing field, so it was very awesome for me.
And the first time in English, I will say.
In English, yeah, obviously. Sorry for my English. Well, I'm studying for pass my IELTS academic test, and well, I try to explain my point of view in English at my best. And yeah, it was my first interview in a foreign language.
Well done,
Amazing.
congratulations. I'm very proud.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm so proud of you, Flavia. Keep going. That's excellent.
And
Thank you.
Junior nurse, but not
what
junior.
is your next goal now in using LinkedIn profile?
Well, my next goal is to develop my LinkedIn profile, writing more about my next short-term and long-term goals in my nursing career. I would like to improve my connections, not only in Italian nurses, but also, as you say before, international nurses. I think and I believe it's important, as you say before.
Casey, do you want to ask something to Flavia?
And so I just want to say I'm so proud of you, Flavia, especially you set a trend. A lot of our young nurses are burning out. And I think this is so very important for nurses in charge that we have leaders, young nurses, who are able to network with each other across the globe, that are able to help each other. It may take some patience, with the language barriers, but just identifying and having being a nurse at this time in life where you can have friends, nurse leaders, you can grow together with nurses across the world, from the Caribbean, from Africa, from Germany, Australia. I think for the people who are watching this live, this is why we're creating the workshops, so that you and other people around the world could meet each other and make friends and make real connections and say, how are we going to take care of our communities and our elderly? And let's find solutions together. So I praise you, because if in 6 months this is where you are, I can't imagine where you're going to be in a year. Go, girl. Amazing. You keep going.
Thank you.
4
4
months.
months.
4 months. So yes,
Only
only 4 months. It's an exponential growth.
oh,
This is my girl.
You're doing amazing. I am so proud of you.
thank you. LinkedIn is a very powerful platform,
Mhm.
and you can talk with other nurses all over the world. And it's so amazing because you can chat, you can share your experience, your difficulties, and you can find solutions or suggestions. So I think it's a very powerful social network.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Flavia, we thank you so much for coming and tuning in. I have to pull out, and thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I feel very bad actually doing this. We needed to finish the live, and I just
Okay.
realized that this is already more than 1 hour we are talking, Casey.
Okay. Thank you to you. Bye.
Flavia,
Bye
thank you
bye.
so
Bye bye.
much. Bye. I'm really sorry. It's because the connection doesn't work so much. I was happy to keep her in, but she will all these testimonies in different level of careers. And so this program we are about to launch is a new one. Is a new one in general. There's no program like this. There's not LinkedIn program for nurses in general. There's no LinkedIn program with an holistic approach, which are the best of the best for nurses. So she will share some outcomes. Let's see
Yes.
if I have the slides again. Before we go,
Yes.
the main outcome are, so first of all, enhanced leadership skills, because you develop advanced leadership capability, integrating holistic principle and innovative communication strategy. So you know who you are, you know what is your why, you know what you will communicate, and you know who you communicate to. So your message is perfectly smooth, go where it really is meant to be. Also, the second point is stronger professional network, which is very important to build a robust and compassionate professional network, both nationally and globally, enhancing your influence and opportunity. So, knowing people, you are able to create a network that help you grow. Also, a network that help you to link you to the right person and so build a career. But also a network that help you to build your team if you don't want to go another place. And of course, a powerful online presence. Achieve a commanding and authentic online presence on LinkedIn. Amplify your voice as a nurse and impact as a nursing leader. And as we said, LinkedIn now is the business card. There's no more business card. There is LinkedIn. And if you don't have LinkedIn, you miss out important.
I think the outcomes, I think we've shown our audience so much of why LinkedIn is important, but it's not just about the connections, but it's about the global, real friendships, the opportunities to build friendships with nurses around the globe. And the workshop, it's not just going to be this is what you do to build your LinkedIn, but we're going to deep dive into how do you build real connection? How do you be vulnerable enough to share the real you? And how do you do that on social media in a professional way? There's a lot of fear when it comes to sharing because people are afraid. The systems you work for make you feel as though you can't share certain things. So there's a lot of hesitation or apprehension in what to
Yeah.
share. So I think the workshop is going to break down some of those fears. And really, I think I would say the number one thing in wrapping up with the workshop is we're really trying to break the boundary down between nurse executives and the frontline staff. It exists no matter what country you're in. You have the ones who have been there, the leaders who've been there and established, and you have the new young generation and they don't always mesh and it works against our profession. So this is a step in the direction to break it down, to break down those barriers. She
There's
popped in.
some message I cannot share, but yes, I can see they are interacting each other because I can see only few messages. I think because this is LinkedIn privacy. If you want to be part of live events, you must grant permission to Wise LinkedIn. Will respect your privacy. But anyway, I can see that you are interacting with each other, and this is a beautiful thing. And thank you all of you in doing this. So now I will open to the Q&A session. If there are someone want to ask question, if we didn't answer yet in our chat, please go ahead. Do you
While
have any question, Casey?
Well, I was gonna say while we're waiting for them to ask questions, some things I wanted to say is that the actual workshop will start in August and it will run every Sunday for 4 weeks. And the workshop will be led by Dina and myself, and we will be keeping it very small for intimacy. So we're gonna have a total of 4 nurse leaders, and you will be handpicked. Not everyone can be part of it, but it's not also for everyone. It's for people who really want to be movers and shakers, who really want to grow their nursing identity on LinkedIn and in their community. So just some details I wanted to share about the program.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that we start small is because this is an innovative program and we are putting all our expertise and willing to build a good community. And so it's for more people and you say already 14 people. So then we can divide in group and do some activity in a proper way. So how to join the program? There is a link. You must fill a link to express your interest. And in a couple of weeks, we will review all the interest that you show, and we're going to call you and we can have a chat to see if actually this program is good for you and if you are the right student for us, the right client for us. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say if they have questions, they can make sure they're connected to us, and they can always send us a message, or they can leave their comments on the bottom, and then we'll go back and review, and we could answer their questions um, on the comments of this live.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say because again, LinkedIn for the privacy, if you know, give authorization, it won't allow you to leave your comments. At least we cannot see from this live streaming at the moment. We can see your comment later on. Also, because if some of you are watching from recording and not now, because here in UK it's already 10 in the evening, so maybe people are sleeping at the moment.
Oh, you're welcome. You are very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting us.
Need to say thank you, Dean and Katie. Always, always. He's always present. You reminded me and others to make valuable connection with my network on LinkedIn. Thank you so much to be so supportive all the time. Casey, what do you think? Are we done?
I think we're done. I am happy. We put it out there. I look forward to doing
Yeah,
this.
absolutely. I'm so
I'm
happy.
excited to do this workshop with you. I'm really excited, and I hope many other people will join us. Even if they're not accepted for the first cohort, I'm hoping that we can get them in for the next one. If they apply, don't count yourself out. Fill it in. Even if it's not this one, the next one, please fill out the application because we would love to be with you and serve you and have fun with you and make connections all through the world with you.
It's just to make things intimate. We're going to. Oh, thank you so much. Dr. Brenda, don't worry. The recording's still there. We're just about to close, unfortunately. But thank you very much for tuning in. Please watch the recording and we can wait to talk with you if you want. We are so thank you that you've been so active in the comment section. I hope we have given to you some value and some things to thinking about and reflect on. The nurses need to be more louder, and the right way to be louder is surf the trend of the social media, especially the professional ones, because it's really reaffirms our professionalism, our commitment in serve people, especially leaders. So thank you so much. Thank you, Casey, to join me in this live. Thank you so much to be my supporter. Thank you so much to do this with me. We do it together. It was your idea actually, but thank you
We do
so
it
much.
together, co-created, co-created.
We do it together.
Yes,
Exactly. Thanks to LinkedIn, put us together.
yes, absolutely. Thank you. Have a good bye.
Bye bye. Take care. God bless. Bye. Bye bye.